Hello everyone, and welcome to another video, this time on an app of my own. I want to show you Inbox AI. It's not fully released yet. If you go to my website, inbox-ai.app, you can join the waitlist. And the basic idea behind it is that you can automate stuff on your Mac. It has two main points where you can sort of start your automation, either with a screenshot or with incoming email. And the cool part is that it runs on Apple Mail as a plugin. So you don't need to log in or give access to all of your email to me, which also means that it can be a single purchase and not a subscription. I really wanted to do that because currently I made some solutions using this and they all require subscription fees because, well, I need to pay subscription fees. The also cool part is that since this is running on device, you can also sort of connect it to an on-device AI and keep everything local, at least as long as you want to. Especially if you use Obsidian, for instance, you could get an incoming email, use Olama to, for instance, extract tasks from it, and then send it to Obsidian. But we'll get into that. So the basic idea is that you can use it in order to hook AI into many, many things. I'll scroll down a bit and you can see it has stuff like API requests and terminal commands to make it quite flexible. And I'll show you a bit about how it works. A very simple example, I'll take an email here that I got from Blinkist. And there's a hotkey where you can take a screenshot, select a bit of text, and it will start processing in the background. And if you go to my Tana, eventually, yeah, there we go. We have a to-do item for Blinkist. Blinkist is called, yes, that actually shows up here. So super simple, but that's not all. You can also send emails, well, not send them, but do stuff with, I'll send an email to myself and send this to Tana. Let's say, pick up the laundry. And of course with email, there's also the disadvantages that it take a little bit for it to send. So we'll wait. But what's actually happening is in the background is this is getting the email, and even before it sort of it arrived in my Tana. Okay, now let's show you how all of this works, because of course it doesn't just work on the email you sent yourself. It works on any email that you receive, and you can set up sort of super flexible rules. So let's start. So in the settings screen, you have a couple of options. So first, it needs your name. It's very helpful in many cases that the AI knows your name, especially if email is directed at you. In this case, it will know that, oh, this is me, and I know how to handle that. Then we have two main settings. You can process emails and process screenshots, and a shortcut for your screenshots. And you can choose whether to send the screenshot image or not. If you don't, it always uses some sort of OCR to get text from your screen and sends that to the AI. This is especially useful because some of the on-device LLMs, like Olama, which I have running here, it doesn't support image data yet, and so you can take it down. You can also turn it off for OpenAI, then it becomes a little bit cheaper and faster, but it also increases the accuracy. Now, there's some stuff here that you really don't need to worry about right now. In the AI providers, you set up the normal stuff. For now, it's very bare bones. You can use OpenAI, put in your key, model name and organization, and base URL. And why this also works with Olama is because Olama has a nice OpenAI compatibility mode where you can just change this URL and it will send it to Olama. Very cool. My experiences with it are mixed. The model behind it, at least the one that's most popular, is Llama 3.1. And though it's quite impressive for an open source model, it still struggles with some things. But it's definitely getting better. And if you want a fully local solution, then this is the way to go. So let's dive behind the curtain and see these actions. So the main thing is, like, here we start. As you can see here, I selected new emails are processed with the categorize email action. And if we go into that, we see a couple of things. So we can ignore this for now. This is the provider. And a next action, you can see that these are the things that the AI is able to do. So the AI is able to send notifications, and it can set a mail category, and we'll get into that later. And basically, this is a prompt. So whenever an email arrives, it will run it against this prompt, and it will put the email over here, and it will say, categorize this email, And then this is a variable where I put in my name, the one I filled in up there. And it says, so any sender from nadeup.com, categorize it as nadeUp. Anything from myself is a reminder. Anything commercial that has HTML, this is actually better than my junk field. I used to use something like SaneBox to keep my inbox clean, but this is much better. And whenever I find that it sort of filters something out that I don't want, or it filters out too much, then I can just write in natural language here that I want something else. So you can have, like, I don't really like recruiters, so everything goes directly to the junk. And this is quite cool. And what it actually does underwater is that it just categorizes it using this action. And again, this is an action you define yourself. And here you can see, hey, in these categories, I will do certain things. And you can do all kinds of stuff, like moving to the trash, set flags, set colors, all kinds of stuff that's basically built in. But you can also see there's some other stuff. So here we use an AI to categorize the email. And then it says, hey, I think this is a reminder. And if it's a reminder, it will use this action, which is a flow control action, a switch, to actually say, okay, reminders get passed to this action. Is called extract tasks. And if we look at that, we can look into it, and it's another LLM action. And so this sort of chains together. And this one actually has another piece of text, and it says extract all tasks for my name from the input below, and optionally an image, because this is also the same one that the screenshot uses. Assume the input is directed at the receiver. And then some hints how these things are. Because for screenshots, you can actually, it can detect, or OpenAI is quite smart of detecting, hey, this is coming from an email or from Slack, because it can see it from the image. And you can put stuff in there. And you can see here is that it has another option. The next action can be chosen by AI. Now there's one, but you can add other actions here. It's quite flexible and powerful. And then we go down one more, and we can say, hey, I want to add a task to Tana. This is actually an API action. So you can see this is just some setup. Very simple. Fill in your API key, fill in the destination node in Tana, and fill in the super tag to do it. But underwater, if you want to know how it works, you can dive in and you can see, hey, this is actually quite powerful because it's generating the JSON payload for the API. So you can already see you can almost do and shape it for anything that you want. For Obsidian, for instance, the extraction task, like this is the AI part, and we can see, hey, it's a little bit different because we want markdown tasks to be sent. And Obsidian actually works by running a underwater command in the terminal, running this advanced URL for Obsidian. And then it actually starts Obsidian and it adds it to the daily notes. For Notion, you would probably use a similar structure like Tana. Now, as you can see, it's quite powerful and complex. My goal would be to have it so simple that almost anything can be configured the way like this. Just filling your API key and destination and super tag without losing the underlying power. So this is a very short introduction of how it actually works, and I hope that I'll be inviting more and more people. It's definitely an advanced tool for now, and I kind of like it like that. So yeah, if you have any questions, just shoot me on Twitter, and we'll get into it.